Setting up the stream still, Jinx?
No, I think we're good.
No, you're muted, right?
Well, god damn it. Yes. I hit the button. I think we're good. I hit the button.
Technical difficulties.
Joys of trying to deal with two PCs at the same time.
Hmm.
I saw a pretty neat mixer where I just plug everything in and then run a software for my equalizers and shit, but it's like, that thing's like $400. Fuck that.
And then we lost Darian suddenly.
God damn it.
Welcome back.
There he is.
Thank you. I just had to rerun it in admin.
Ah.
It was really dumb.
Good to know. And to catch everyone up, because it's been a hecking long time since we last did anything involving the main plot of this damn campaign. The day you could finally go pick up the fake collar, as I have it listed in my notes, from Hawk. Oh god, excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm eating a sandwich and having soda. On your way through the back streets of Adnet, you get stopped by a halfling man who looks very punchable and very sleazy, by the name of Lenny Varst. Sneck had encountered him before, and he wanted to talk to Arvin. Padma proceeded to fucking attempt to destroy his capacity to potentially have children.
As you do.
Before all hell broke loose, and a dude listed in my notes as Bork Nork Science Orc took a shot at her from a high vantage point. And his two compadres, Rufus of the Rooty Tooty Point and Shooty, and Dio, but with less Joestar problems, jumped out to attack the party. Some dudes on Lenny's payroll were also then sicked upon the party to, do things and stuff. Some of them did not survive the encounter. One had the brains to be like, you know what, fuck this. And the timely arrival of Terrain by appearing, dunking Dio so hard he exploded in one round of combat.
That was beautiful.
And then proceeded to turbo drift Initial D style around the entire battlefield because man haste is fucking broken.
No, not at all. Haste broken? What?
There's no rest for justice!
Justice is always in the nick of time. But sadly, Bryn can't be here, so Terrain will probably disappear again. Don't worry about it.
His planet needs him.
Ah.
But it's after a close encounter that nearly potentially burninated everyone's favorite little Koshai friend, if not for Terrain being really rad and giving a super shield to the whole party. Or, well, most of the party anyways. And also Padma being very disgruntled with having been held personed by some asshole cleric. And also the timely arrival of Thought Destroyer by way of Fenless being like, nah, fuck this in particular.
Damn straight.
Celestine also disabled one of our Letty's other goons by being a cute dog in her presence, and she is still currently scratching his ears and rubbing his face to be like, oh, he's a good boy.
Hell knows how to break things.
Shut up. And one of the goons who was with Bork Nork started to run away through what turned out to be an illusory wall at the end of the alleyway you were in. He was unfortunately caught red-handed by Justice and also Arvin.
Because fuck that guy.
And is currently restrained by Arvin because he's like, you know what? I like living. Which is good for him.
Life.
I want
Yeah,
to
he has
live.
6 HP. He should choose life. Speaking of that, Arvin's going to start walking back towards the shadow bubble around Padma still. And you guys now find yourselves in the aftermath of the fight with, Terrain interacting with the one dude who's like, nah, fuck it, who seems to be just, chilling, having coffee with Snackbot. Lenny is stuck between a gun and a treant place. Celestine is still making a friend, and Xiaokyo has finished his fucking epic siege of Borknork the Science Orc.
Yep.
So,
You
what's
hurt
up,
the
nerds?
waifu, lose your waifu.
Mhm.
Well,
That's a deep hole in the ground.
seeing as how he's dead, I'm actually going to search him for goodies and intel.
Roll me investigation. Okay. You don't find any money. You find the obviously find the short sword and the gun he was using.
Mm-hmm.
You also find in a surprisingly low-tech manner a envelope in his bag, which just had some basic rations, a watch, compass, just shit that's just basic adventuring or mercenary gear, spare ammo, and one of those stereotypical classified document folders, like the manila envelope kind, that appears to be frequently opened by this guy. And it says, and the one side just says "the hit"
Open.
on it. Reach into the envelope, pull out. It's a contract. This guy, his name's apparently Burke, B-E-R-K. And he was hired to, as you very easily notice, because that's a very flattering picture of her on, paperclip to it, Padma.
Oh. Looks like you were the target indeed.
Padma
Darling.
just walks up behind him. Padma just walks up behind him. No shit.
I am guessing it doesn't say who the hit is from.
The client's name is just listed as Des, D-E-S.
Yep.
Hmm.
I'm gonna guess that's shorthand for Desland.
You're free to think what you wish.
Well, that's what I'm thinking.
Cool beans.
Well, with nothing else on him. Walk over. I think the window was over here.
No, it was over here.
There's
Yeah,
another
Padma's
one.
by the one that was broken open.
I
The
was
one
fine-
you're at is open, and that's the one he was shooting out of.
Yeah. I'm gonna notice Celestine having made a friend. And he's like, did the booth get a girlfriend in the middle of a fight? Seriously?
Pad-
Never
Padma-
proceed to parkour out the window.
I like how Padma just got this huge bubble of just night around her still.
Padma just hops out and casually walks down the stairs. Casually walks down instead of parkouring because yay!
Spider climbs, fucking wonderful spell, isn't it?
Yep.
I love you, you damn show off.
There's a blown kiss.
/Dodie mode.
Damn straight.
Once you two make it down, you see Arvin's got the guy who shot Zaakio at the start of the fight. Just sort of, he looks fucked up, and he's missing his guns. And he's just like sitting next to some boxes, just like he doesn't look like he has any fight in him now.
This is my life.
Yeah, very just like, I'm still alive. Maybe if I'm, you definitely get the sense just looking at him. It's like, I want to get out of this alive from him. So you're pretty sure he's not going to attack. Okay, heck.
Oh, by the way, Sniper Man, who is now dead, was specifically targeting Padma for a contract, holds up envelope for Arvin. From someone going by the name of Dez.
He like looks at Padma. Gee, I wonder who that could be.
Padma just kind of looks at him. It's just, I would just want them done and over with.
What done and over with? DM is confused.
Just all of it.
Mm.
She just wants to deal with them done.
Everyone just kind of nods. Can't say I blame you.
Well, it looks like there's at least a couple people alive, and one apparently couldn't resist the booth charm. I don't blame them.
And you're just like, oh, you good boy, and just like scratching at his face. Celestine's tail is very much at risk of like clocking Arvin upside the head at this point. So he's just gonna shift just a little bit. Because that tail is dangerous. It's on a very big dog.
Are we talking D4, D6?
D10.
Yes.
Oh god.
All the dice.
Celestine's tail is a deadly weapon right now.
Fucking tail has the same damage as freaking Orzal, I think.
Well, he's very excited, so it's moving very quickly, and he is not a small dog. And he is very strong.
Oh no. It's understandable, it's just like, damn.
You mind though, you do know that the orc lady works for Lenny, who's stuck between, the heck and the tree.
And Thought Destroyer.
That's the tree.
I know. Well, who do we want to interrogate first?
The guy who's just like sitting on like a fucking like a crate, just like next to you, just like sort of looks in your direction. He doesn't say anything, just like sort of looks at you. And Lenny is still just like very much just like looking between, is like slowly looking between the gun to the back of his head and the treant. So, take your pick.
I'm trying to remember. Lenny had intel for us? Or for Arvin, at
Lenny
least?
apparently wanted to talk to Arvin about something, and his whole, unintentional distraction is what led to Burke's crew attacking you. And of Burke's crew, the only one left is the dude on the boxes, who's, currently without the will to fight back.
So, friend, did you actually want to talk to Arvin about something, or was this all a ploy for this trap?
1 second. You asked that right as I put food in my mouth.
That's fine.
Sandwich is so good. Lenny looks at you, like, looks offended, and then just, like, pivots right towards Darvin. You were the one who told me to contact you the next time you were in town! Said you'd get here on a bus that looks like you'd survive a grey render! Arvin,
What?
like, blinks. Excuse me? Arvin, like, he said, the last time I spoke with you was 6 years ago, and as I recall, we didn't exactly part on good terms, Varst. In fact, I believe my exact words were, I never want to see your face again. Lenny throws his hands up. Then why'd you come to me 2 weeks ago? Asked me to look at some shady shit because some sleazeball took something of yours. Hell, you even said you were probably going to be in some heavy shit soon, so your mood might be bad the next time I saw you and apologized in advance! Celestine at this point has decided to vroom and start getting belly rubs. How he's getting belly rubs despite wearing armor made of rocks, don't even know, but it's working somehow.
Finally move the armor back and forth. It's not that hard.
Arvin just kind of stares at him. And you didn't think it was at all odd for someone who expressed no desire to ever interact with you suddenly approached and asked you for help. Lenny, listen, I pride myself on being a charming guy. Figured you cooled your jets!
Giving yourself too much credit.
Arvin's like, he's technically not wrong, but that doesn't mean I changed my mind. I also haven't been in Adnet before about... He, like, starts counting on his fingers. It's only been almost a week we've been here, right?
Sounds about right.
Indeed it is. So the fact you recall me talking to you about something I don't tells me there's something fishy going on. Varst is just... Lenny's just... But it was... You even... I don't... He's running it, just, like, vigorously running his hands through his hair.
Who are these scumbags that allegedly Arvin told you about? Or did he just say scumbags?
He said some sleazeball, not plural, one. To clarify. This is DM talking.
Sleazeball. Did he elaborate on who the sleazeball was?
Well, it seemed to be less the guy himself and more just a thing he had ties to. Some carnival he had business with. Hell if I know why he didn't just do it himself. Well, at least until I actually did the digging. Apparently they got a new manager within the last month or so, and they were going to have a big show over in Techna sometime soon. Supposedly, the sleazeball in question took some gizmo that, and he puts up finger quotes with this, Arvin was working on that he wanted back. Didn't ask about it. Now I think I probably should have.
No? Did I lose sound?
No.
No?
Yes, I
We
did.
can still...
Oh, he can't hear us. Jinx? Thanks. Technical difficulties.
I know what happened. Things changed on me. Okay, I think I fixed it.
Hello?
Penis.
There we go. Okay, yeah.
So how much did you miss of that?
All of it, I think. The IP address changed, so I had to change the VBAN.
Hmm. Okay, and you're asking him who the sleazeball was, yes?
Yes.
Alright. It wasn't, let me repeat that. It wasn't so much the guy himself, so much as some carnival he had ties with. Well, carnival the guy had business with as well. But hell if I know why he didn't look into it himself. Well, at least until I did the digging. Apparently that carnival got some new manager within the last month or so, and they were going to have a big show over in Techna sometime soon. Seems the sleazeball in question took some gizmo that, and he says this with finger quotes, sorry, Arvin was working on that he wanted back. Didn't ask about it. Now I kind of think I should have. You catch that?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of that carnival I researched, who it's under now. I don't remember.
Well, you can ask this guy about the carnival he's talking about. It's an option.
What carnival do you speak?
The Samson and Eckhart World Marcher Troupe. Current show they're hyping up is planned by some guy named Jonathan.
Boo. The shitty pseudonym.
Well, two things. One, Jinx, since you were explicitly trying to remember Giacchio remember, and since he would remember, and even though you don't, the Samson and Eckhart World March Troupe is the carnival you were looking at before.
Yeah. And apparently, our fire mage has it now. Or is
Not Jonna, Jonah.
Jonah. That's the brother.
Her
Mhm.
crazy older brother.
Yes.
So, air quotes, Arvin was trying to get, and this is me asking out of character, just as a refresher. So, air quotes, Arvin was asking about doing something to Jonathan, getting his help with that. Am I understanding that right?
The implication here is that, like, basically the quote unquote Arvin, this guy is claiming he had dealings with, asked him to look into some guy he had business with. He didn't say the name of the guy or anything about him, just that someone with ties to this circus has something of his and he wants it back. The circus, however, is one that's come up a lot in recent topics. Because it's close to that one assassin you were looking into. And now apparently you for sure know it has ties back to a guy who knows that fire mage friend of yours who you haven't seen in a while.
Say, our little fire mage friend never had any inclination towards disguising themselves, did they? Yana?
I do not believe she has I don't think she has disguise self on her spell list.
She was too forward for that.
Yeah. I wonder who this mystery man is looking.
The imposter tiefling.
Yes.
Imposter Arvin, whatever. The heck has returned.
Yay.
He's typing things.
Okay, I got 3 minutes. Yay.
Okay. Did you have any other questions for Lenny?
I personally did not.
No.
Hmm.
I also have a bit of a headache, so I'm just like, eh.
Hmm. What is this link? That's pretty good, Snack.
Sky Pirate?
Very clearly shitty knockoff of Vaughn and Tactics too. Anyway, well, if you're done with Barst, you still got this other guy to talk to.
I'm trying to think. The guy that Arvin has was one of the guys that came out of the window, right?
He was with Bork. He was with the orc guy. He was with the sniper.
So, I take it you were with the orc.
He just looks up at you, nods.
Care to elaborate on who exactly has a hit on my darling?
He shrugs. I assume if you know it was a hit, you already looked at his body.
Well, yes, I mean, the person who made the contract is Dez.
Name means nothing to me. You'd have to have asked Burke about that, but well, he's dead now, it sounds like.
Yeah, he is.
He only paid me and the other guy he gestures to the dude who got justiced into the ground, mock fuck. He just like this very like nonchalant gesture to like the just flattened dead body over there.
That was glorious.
Me and him were just tired to pack him up. Only needed to incapacitate or distract whoever the hell was with this target, and well, assume you already know who that is.
Yep. Well, that was it. He was just a peon. He ain't gonna know shit.
Hmm.
As far as I know.
Arvin pipes up. What's your name? The guy turns his Rufus Wild, bounty hunter by trade.
And I shall return.
Yeah,
And
okey-dokey.
hopefully Fabian doesn't fuck me again.
Hopefully. Well, in that case, since Jinx is here, given Giacchio, I'm going to assume he'll want to figure out he can about this guy. And wow, Jinx, I am disappointed in you. That's a shit history. But you know what? Let's see if you can make the rolls. See if you know this guy, because you're a merc too. God damn it. Why'd I even have special results for you? Yeah. If anyone else wants to know if they recognize his name, roll a history check.
Nope.
Maybe.
Oh, baby. Neck wants to know all of the secrets. Oh, and so does Fenless. Damn, you both like rolled an almost max result and then crit on your on what would have been an advantage. Holy shit.
18 and a 20 from both of us.
Yeah.
The knowledge is ours.
Yes.
Okay. Well, here's the basics. Rufus Wilde is a fairly well-known name among mercs. Not really one to fuss over the details, just give him a job and he'll do it, usually successfully. He's not the kind hired for assassinations, though, but for enough money, he can be convinced to play quote-unquote interference and, distractions, disruptions, so an actual hitman can do a kill. However, he will absolutely rat out whoever hired him unless he is paid to keep his mouth shut, as more than a few currently in jail or on death row killers can attest to. His silence has yet to actually be bought, however, because the price is pretty fucking crazy. But because you both rolled fucking high as shit, you also know this. If you're looking to hire Rufus, you know he's based in Delanax on Cuerno, which is the capital city of the main island. He has a particularly noted aversion to Marnat, aka Space Hong Kong, where all the mafia is, and will charge more if he's paid to go to catch someone who's in that area, for reasons speculated to be either bad blood with someone in the city-state, or that he has even his rather loose set of morals, want him to just arrest every motherfucker on the street and hand them over to the cops. So the money is to keep him, on task. So he's not some Joe Schmo. He was hired because he gets results. Even if the result is like, hey, is just jumping up and down, waving his arms and shooting guns everywhere so people look at him while this other guy just shoots a dude in the back.
It sounds like he knows how to party.
I mean, he might. Or, well, he would probably be more receptive to pirating if he wasn't at 6 HP, but don't worry about it. Get that off of him. Orc Lady continues to pet the boof. Giacchio just kind of looks at this guy. If we let you go, will you try to get at us? Rufus just shakes his head. I already got paid to know. You don't live long enough doing what I do without knowing when to pick your battles. Like my gun buttons back, though. Arvin just digs into his bag of holding and tosses them at the guy. He fumbled, catches them. Thanks. And he, stands up looking with, that groan of pain, like when your back hurts. It's like, oh! Now I hope we never have to cross paths ever again. And he just walks away. Oh, no, don't extend it. It's just going to go over here. And he is now off the map. Yep, yep. Now, Lenny, still with Snack holding a gun at him and the tree behind him. Actually, hold on a sec. I need to check something really quick. Because if not, this is going to make this even funnier. Halfling, halfling, halfling. So, because Padma still has a dark spell up, Lenny can't actually see. Right now, he doesn't have dark vision. He's only a halfling. He only knows the train is there because he can hear the creaking of wood, and he knows Sneck is there because there's a gun against his face, and he can see at least an inch in front of him. So what do you guys want to do? You've got Celestine still distracting the lady. You've got the other guy over there, and Lenny's just like blind and confused and scared and has terrible things aimed at him.
Well, both of my characters are kind of occupied doing what they're doing.
Sneck's just holding a shotgun at this halfling. He's like, just like, give me a reason. Come on. It only just occurred to me that because Sneck is a kobold with currently magic piercing magical dark vision, Padma's like dark bubble doesn't actually exist to him.
Whoa.
Kobolds have crazy dark vision. That's why the sunlight sensitivity, but that's what Sneck's mask is for.
Hey.
So he's just like looking at this halfling who's like trying to like squinting and like trying to see, just like man, what a scrub. Just judging this fucking criminal scum. Well, I mean, if you're done with these guys, you can try to get back on your way and, toss Lenny back into his office and tell him to fuck off.
Sounds like a good idea to me.
In that case, Jacquio's going to literally do that. Just pick him up and fwing back in here. That guy over there is just going to do his own thing as seems Snackbot comes back over with Captain Justice. Thought Destroyer needs to move aside for a second so the party can gather up. Also, yes, you have picked up a stray. She is following the booth. That's a thing to worry about for another time, because we'll just go back to the city map. Boop. Party is currently right around here. So to get you guys back on your tracks. Ow, my spine. Fuck. You were on your way to Hawk's place because the fake caller's ready. Until, the intermission happened with, guns and bad things. Don't worry about it. But, you're surprised you don't hear, the cops just, fucking converging on the side of some gunshots, because, well, there were more than a few gunshots.
Oh yeah.
And also at least one entire fireball. And other things. But don't worry about it. You just make your way over to Hawk. You get in the store, you see Hawk's not behind the counter, but the door to his workshop behind it is a little bit open, and you hear this like furious like clang, clang, clang. With occasional, no, Patrick, to the left! Clang, clang, clang. Other left, clang!
The man can never win.
Once the door closes and like the little shop bell jingles a second time, you hear the clang, clang suddenly stop. And then Hawk's head just like pokes out the door. Ah, Solus va friends, one moment! And he ducks back behind. All right, Patrick. Now just do as I told you. No, hold it like this. Oh, holy shit! You actually got it. Okay, like that, from the top, and you hear this more like someone significantly weaker occasionally. Clang, clang. Oh, by the gods, he's improving. Okay, no, just keep that up. I have business. And you hear some shuffling. Sounds like he trips over something, and some like small bolts or some other little metal objects spill around. And he's like, I'll clean that up in a minute. And after a moment, he comes through with a fucking spot-on replica of the Fang collar in hand. The work is done, my friends. He sets it on the counter. Oh, never been so thoroughly tested and enjoyed myself so much.
Well, damn.
I like the stunned silence and just punctuated with Pavage like, damn. Yes, I do. I do very, very amazing things. Now, were I any other smith in the land, I would charge you quite a pretty penny for, well, he gestures to this fucking replica of goddamn Excalibur. But it is you, my friends. My favorite customers. Also the ones who gave me the chance to make something so exquisite. So, special price. Accounting for the good faith payment of your friend, he gestures to Arvin, it's only another 2,000 gold.
Okay.
So whoever wants to mark off 2,000 gold, feel free to mark off 2,000 gold. Just one person do it.
I'll do it.
Okay.
It is done.
Cool. Hawk takes the money, slides it over the character. It's a fucking heavy bag. Just good. But whatever you do with this after whatever business you have, Hawk cannot remember. I was a bit too excited. But if you happen to come to a disagreement with wherever this is taking you, please do keep it for yourselves and let others know that my skills are so well honed. Is all I ask. Jackie sort of nods and lifts the fucking the fake fang collar. Yeah, can do, buddy. Here, Celestine just picks it up easy enough. Now he's like holding two of it and he's just like, oh, Oh. It's very scary seeing Celestine holding a fang collar in each hand. And then he realizes, and he stops, realizes, wait, which was the fake one again? Arvin grabs his left hand. This one. Which was the copy again? Arvin like shakes this one. Here, let me. Arvin. The bit of difficulty takes it from him, and then just into his bag of holding. Very carefully, so he doesn't fucking rupture the damn thing. But congrats, party. You have +1 fake fang collar.
Do, do, do.
Yeah, just play the Legend of Zelda item get music here. Don't worry about it. And with that in hand, you now proceed to step 2 of the plan, which is to call up everyone's favorite little bitch of a druid. And, you know, get details on where to bring this damn thing. Who wants to do the honors?
It's Darian's boss. He should do it.
What should I be doing?
You guys have the replica fang collar, so now it's time to meet up with Fenless's boss to deliver it. And it seems you've been volunteered to call up old Virian for that details. So the details.
He was voluntold.
Yeah.
What do I have Virian on speed dial?
I assume by this point most of you do, because Giacchio did get the guy's phone number. So, you know, you could coordinate this cunning plan. Even if you're like, once this is over, I'm deleting it. Wait, what was that?
I'm thinking, does Fenless actually own a phone?
Why wouldn't he in this universe?
I don't know. Druids are druids.
I mean, to be fair, there are probably like druid compatible cell phones that look like they're like grown from a tree.
That sounds cool.
Yeah,
All
it's,
right, we'll go with that. All right, I ring up Virian on my speed dial.
I just imagine the very literal take of the Apple brand. It's just an apple that opens up and now it's a Palm Pilot. That's a wonderful mental image.
Or no, wait, Darian, it's made out of tea leaves.
Exactly. I like that. We'll go with that. My tea
Made out of
leaves became a.
You have a tea leaf phone.
If it's not just like this like wooden like Android phone with like a tea leaf like a phone case on it.
It brings new meaning to reading the leaf. They actually talk back.
They say you a bitch.
All right, so Virian, I have your item.
Oh god, that's great. It's been pretty tricky to keep up the deception without arousing suspicion. Just give me a few minutes. I need to let them know I have a and you can hear the finger quotes in his voice. Trap laid for the one who has it. And then I'll need a place to, you know, bring it to once I get it.
All right, where shall we meet you?
Well, I'll tell you in a moment. And then he hangs up.
How rude.
Well, he did just say he has to get a meeting point to bring the thing to.
I was trying to do it in the tone of that character from Full House way back in the day, so it's just.
I don't actually remember that show. I never watched it. Anyway. As I assume you guys are just heading back to your bus instead of just, you know, chilling in Hawk's store.
Yeah.
Indeed.
The orc girl has, the half orc girl has taken to feeding Celestine bacon strips now. You're not sure why she has bacon strips on hand, but she's feeding them to the booth.
Because bacon makes the whole world.
After about 20 minutes, Fenlis, you get a call back from Virion.
Hello. It's about time.
All right, so they want to do the drop-off in Tekna. Specifically in the capital city of Pollux. It'll be in... Here, he like pauses to check something. About 4 days at the grand opening of some damned carnival in town.
So are we gonna go in disguise?
I mean, that's up to all of you. They need to see me as me. So I need to get my family back.
All right, then we will see you there.
All right, it'll be the. Hear him like shuffle with like a slip of paper. The Samson and Eckhart World Marcher Troop Circus in the Pollux Central Park. They want to use the festivities as cover for a shady deal. It's like something out of a bad movie.
All right, and I relay this information to the team.
Alrighty.
All right, I'll see you in Tekna. And then hangs up. For reference, let me get you guys back to the world map so you can see where the hell you have to go from here. Vip. You guys are on the left side of the map. Tekna, all the way over here.
Thank God we have an airship.
Yeah. Otherwise, you'd have to go by boat back across, and that would take longer. So, with that said, do I have a? Thought I did have something for this. Where'd it go? Where the fuck did it go? Okie dokie. So I did have that. Cool. Good job past me. You weren't a complete fuck up. All right. That out of the way. Back on the bus, you guys head back to the Bismarck, get the bus parked inside, manage to get out successfully. Make sure you have stuff to, keep the lizards from trying to tear up the inside of the cargo bay.
They've got lizard Kongs.
Yeah, they've got some eats, they've got some toys. They have a big old sun lamp that Snek and Arvin have to bolt to the wall. Got some water and all that stuff. Like the lizards are gonna be, they'll be fine in there. And so begins the the first true voyage of the Bismarck. I'll have to get a proper airship token for you guys now. Because, I mean, you're not exactly on a flying bus. And, take off from next month, start making your way to place. I gotta move the token. Actually, why am I moving you that way? You can go around the other direction of the fucking planet, but boop. No, don't do that. Roll 20. Okay. With only a quick stop once you cross the fucking ocean, so you know you make sure you still have gas in the damn tank. The morning of your third day of the trip, the day you're set to arrive, most of you wake up having a very strange dream where you recall a fight, and Snek, you're very sure you don't remember much about the fight. You just know you won.
Yeah.
You also find a curious little pendant on the desk in your room that you don't remember being there before.
I will grab the pendant. It's
very simple. There's some arcane runes on it, along with a sigil that resembles a raven with a single eye. You're not sure where it came from or what it does, but you know it's yours. You're very sure it's yours. You won it when you kicked all of the ass. So if nothing else, you have a medal saying, "Hey, I'm the best," though.
Yeah.
But about the mid-afternoon is when you guys finally make it to Pollux. And set the airship down. Over the trip, you've discovered that Bronwyn apparently gets along really well with the lizards. So I assume that's where Padma's been the whole time she's on the ship.
Yep.
Pet the lizards. Oh, is that a jinx? That sounds like a jinx.
That's because it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did I miss?
Paid for the rest of the Fang color. Hawk thinks you people are the best fucking things to exist ever.
As you do.
I mean, he could charge you an arm and a leg for that replica Fang color, but because you gave him the chance to fucking see if he could make an Odyssey
recreate
Forge,
the Odyssey Forge, yeah.
Yeah, because you let him fucking recreate Excalibur, like literal once in a lifetime maybe opportunity. He's like, no, I'll actually put this affordable for you guys.
Most people will go their whole lives without seeing the real thing. This guy just got to recreate it.
Yeah, this guy got to make a perfect copy.
And now we're on our way.
You guys are in Techna now. You also had your weird dream where you recalled the Fight Club session from last week. Only vaguely. Let's just remember having a dream about fighting. Snake in particular remembers winning.
Fuck you.
Wow. Friendship ended with Chiakio.
Now Arvin is my best friend.
Yeah. Yes.
I love you, Stick, but fuck you.
Don't worry, none of you remember the
killed me
details of the fight. Just that, like, for most, you just remember there was fighting. If you lost, if you won, you remember winning.
I died by grenade.
We have a lover spat and it killed me.
Don't worry about it. But you guys have just touched down in Pollux and Techna, which is where you're meeting up at that carnival. For Jinx's information.
Wait, say that again? Meeting where for that carnival?
At the carnival, the city,
we're
it's
meeting
gonna
at-
have its...
okay.
Apparently the guys who have Virian's family wanted the handoff there. And, do shady deal in public place, because this cannot be any less like a fucking movie. And you guys, you touch down, rent a space for a few days for the Bismarck.
Oh my god, I love this.
Okay. Oh wait,
And then,
we enchanted it too, right? Yeah, that was part of the long.
Yeah.
date. That was part.
that
of
was
the
part of
long
why it took you like 5 or 6 days.
date. I remember now. Okay, sorry. Carry on.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And once you get into Pollux, computer, shut the fuck up about my virus and threat protection right now. I don't care. I don't care if it's successfully defeated some threats right now. I got D&D to do. I don't have time for your bullshit. Anyway. The town's... it's as busy as you would expect for, just a capital city like, Seattle or whatever the fuck the capital of California is, because I don't actually know.
Capital of California.
Yeah.
That
But
is
don't
Los
worry about it.
Angeles. I think.
You live
Anyway.
Yeah, but it's like it's as busy as you'd expect a place that has like, a big carnival coming to town and setting up shop in their Central Park would be. There's a few advertisements on like some billboards. You can see the occasionally as you're driving the bus through the city, you can see the perimeter of the carnival, because by the time you guys are getting there, it looks like it's not quite in full swing. Like they're just putting up the last of the things. Like you see some dudes, like, they're test running like empty roller coaster tracks around the edge of the carnival. So you see the car going around the edge occasionally, but there's like no one in the roller coaster. Just, make sure all the shit works before they open up tomorrow.
Yeah, right. Don't need that shit flying off the rails with people on it.
Yeah, among other things. This ain't no roller coaster tycoon. They actually listen to OSHA here. And don't let up for the death coaster that shoots their roller coaster cars into the neighboring park to die. Don't worry about it. But you get there shortly after you shoot some text to Variant to let him know, like, all right, we're gonna meet up at like the place at like this time tomorrow, so set up in a hotel and all that jazz. Which isn't hard. There's one like right next to the airport. So you just pop the bus out the Bismarck and head over there.
I'm assuming the orc lady did not come with us.
No, she did.
Oh shit.
She's still with you. She's following that booth.
Maybe we should at least ask her name.
I assume you did this on the way. Her name is Elriel. Elrel.
Elrel.
Let me spell it out for you. She also doesn't seem particularly perturbed about how she just sort of walked away from her job. She's like, fuck him. And just goes back to like playing with Celestine. Like she is very smitten with the boof. Because he is a cute boof who's really fluffy.
Is the boof.
Let's see. Yeah, here we go. While you guys are, setting up in your hotel, you get another message from Virian saying that well, he's not sure who all in this organization might know who you guys are. If you're capable of using, disguises, magical or otherwise, might be a good idea to throw him on before you, come to the drop off with him, or at least come see him to give him the fake Fang collar. He also mentions that he has a cover story for if whoever he's meeting at the drop questions why he has friends with him, why he has little minions. He's like, the story is apparently you're just some guys who owed him a lot of money. Or owed him a lot of money and or favors. So he's calling him in by, making sure the thing isn't like, got a tracking curse or some shit on it that he knew in the city. Yes, no, it seems like he's put a lot of thought into making sure this goes as well as possible. He's covering as much as he can.
All I have as far as disguising is my clothes.
Well, to be fair, you've only been seen with your mask on.
Very true.
And the only two at super risk of getting recognized by anyone are Padma and Arvin, who... I know about Padma, but I'm pretty sure Arvin has disguised self.
I know Padma has her glamored armor.
Let me check Arvin's sheet.
I want to
Yeah, it's
say
like I can
disguise self can affect multiple targets at higher levels.
Nope.
No?
It's called disguise self for a reason. It only works on you. Arvin does not
I
have
don't know.
disguise self.
I don't know why I thought that would work on more people. I might be thinking like the disguise kit or something like that.
You're probably thinking of that, or the spell seeming, which is effectively disguise self.
I
on
do
a mass
have a
scale.
disguise kit.
Hmm.
Thank you for mentioning the kits, Jinx.
Hmm. Are you proficient in it?
Considering it's listed under my proficiencies, yes.
Okay. Well, with that, plus two of you having means of glamoring your armor, you can probably pull it off. Or to be fair, in Arvin's case, he can just become invisible, just like on demand. You do, however, realize it would probably be very difficult to disguise the boof. And also that you're not sure you could convince him to let you go through with it anyways.
Yeah.
Because he big. He big and he boof. There's not a lot you can really do to disguise that without, like, I don't know, effectively turning him into a dragonborn for like for a little while, appearance-wise. You could actually think about it. The only one who really needs to disguise basically is just Snackbot, so he doesn't look like a robot.
I would probably disguise my clothes into some more everyday casual wear a citizen might wear, just in case someone recognizes me by my armor specifically.
Yeah. Yeah, because Padma can disguise Kit with advantage because she has a glamored armor, so she can change her look for, the however fucking long she's got to keep this up. So, what's your proficiency bonus, Tori?
For what, the disguise kit?
Just what's your proficiency bonus, period?
For what?
Just period. Like, whatever. What do you add as a proficiency bonus? Is it +4? Is it +5?
5.
Okay, it's 5. Then roll me a D20. Yeah, a D20 plus your charisma mod plus your proficiency. So it should be a D20 plus 10, I think. So you have, I think, +5
Yeah.
charisma?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah. Roll me a D20 plus 10. Okay. Actually, roll me that again because you have advantage. Okay. As you guys are getting ready to go out to the meetup on the day of, you're pretty able to convincingly disguise yourself as another just a very different, Ganassi woman. You're able to, like, use proper applications of makeup to, like, lighten your complexion a little bit less, light and dark and whatever. Get your hair in a different ponytail, put some, like, streaks in it that'll easily, like, wash out. Because, you've and also with a completely different outfit, just like on demand, like, you're pretty sure you could. It would be very difficult for anyone to realize it's not actually that you're Padma and not anyone else.
Sweet.
And then if you want to disguise the heck, make that roll one more time, or disguise Heckbot. I was honestly hoping for a natural 20.
That would have been hilarious.
You're not sure that Snackbot was ever not an actual kobold at that point. Like, it's You can see a few seams in it, but otherwise, like, no one would suspect that this, like, slightly coffee ground colored little kobold wasn't, a squishy mortal and was actually a robot. If nothing else, you've at least made a fairly convincing it's just Zal who likes the look of kobolds thing for him. He also has a very nice matching miniature hat that looks like Sneck's top hat.
Aww.
As you put it on his head, you're not actually sure where you got it from, but apparently you had it. But Sneckbot now has a tiny top hat. Mm. And while you guys are doing that, Terrain takes Ellie and the booth to keep a lookout on the edges of things. While you guys, go meet up with Virian proper. Also, while you were doing that, Arvin went out, bought a guitar case, came back, and put the fake Fang collar in it.
Nice.
So this way, Giacchio can be, look like a sort of thuggish dude carrying a guitar around for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
Because no one's going to really question an instrument. It's an instrument. So are you all headed off to the carnival?
See.
Alrighty. Well, we're not going to need that. What's this one? Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, that'll definitely work. With the Justice Booth and Orc Lady, watching your backs, you head to meet up with Virian at the entrance to the carnival. It's about a block away when you find him, and he's a bit tense when you get there, but he looks quite relieved to see you. And he just sort of looks at the guitar case that Giacchio's toting around. Take it that's our prize?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, follow me. Howard's like, I'll be close. Just give a shout. And then he just turns invisible. And then Virian starts leading you guys into the proper carnival. It's already in full swing. Like there's, people enjoying themselves on the rides. You hear like the strength tester ding a few times, and crowds cheering. It's pretty fucking lively, and also like really big. Like holy shit. Like this is a fucking enormous like circus situation. Just holy fuck. There's at least like 2 loops on this fucking roller coaster, and it goes along the entire perimeter
Damn.
of the carnival. One loop even goes into like a corkscrew for part of it. It also looks to you like the coaster goes like, if not through a tunnel in, or at least near the edge of like one building that looks like it might be a fun house or haunted house. You're not sure, but they go all out with this apparently. Or at the very least, it's just convenient to have that particular structure intersect with the roller coaster in a way that doesn't, compromise either one. But it's big, it's busy. There's like, some, like the basic entertainers, a few, like, jugglers, a couple of clowns. They're not like creepy, thank God, but they're still, clowns, so slightly unsettling.
As clowns are wont to do.
There's also the most surreal sight, the most fucking just shredded and jacked, like, gnome you've ever seen just walking around carrying, like, super heavy shit.
Damn.
It's like, take a male Rogadin, scale its body down to the size of a Lalafell, and put a Lalafell head on it. That's what you're seeing. Like, this dude is fucking swole, but he's tiny.
How could something so tiny be so swole?
Apparently he found a way, because this dude's just ripped, and he's just, like, carrying things. And you get your super cheap tickets for admission. They're expensive, but not like, outrageous. So don't worry about like messing with the gold for that. Burian's got you covered anyways. In fact, he stops to like ask the ticket clerk something, who then like points in a particular direction. And he just like, thanks, and then this way, guys, and gestures for you to follow him. You do see like a few clearly like supposed to be security, and they're a little concerning because while they are just like proper security should be, they look a bit more thuggish than you think, normal security should look. So, concerns, but if a mafia or some other ne'er-do-well is doing things, they probably bought out the fucking security company or some shit. So you just keep an eye on them and keep going. As you're approaching a place near the big top, you hear there's this like big crowd near the edge of it. You hear this like little like kid's voice call out, "Papa!" And this little kid just like hauls ass and fucking tackles Virion.
Aw.
And he's shocked, and you can tell this is his son. It's the same hair color. And he's looking a little confused, more so when you see this tall, looks like she takes no shit redheaded lady walk up. I went there. And it looks like she's it looks like she might be expecting soon.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Oh my.
And he's looking at his son, like picks up his son, like holding him, just like, what are you? And she's just like, you invited us here. Been busy for the past few months, so you wanted to make it up to us. He's like beside himself and cannot accurately words, it looks like. And he like looks at you guys. He's confused as shit.
I'm concerned.
small amount of concern going around. Fair.
Mm-hmm. As well you should be. Time for that music to stop. And get ready for this one. As before your conversation with Virian's about Virian and his family can, progress, the very loud speakers from what seems to be the front of the crowd at the big top start turning on. And you start to hear this. If it'll play. Yep, there we go. And you are hearing the voice, by the way. This drow man sitting in front of a big top. White hair, cane in hand. He's really into it. On that word, his cane starts to glow. And all hell breaks loose.
Of course.
As it's
The ground shudders and starts to crack. Dark energy steeping up from the earth below your feet. You look towards like the exit where people are starting to flee, and you notice the carnival's rising out of the ground.
Oh, fun.
Oh, great.
Welcome to the Lowerberg.
That's what I thought.
Oh, I've been waiting for this. As this proceeds, the crowd in front of that drow just scatters everywhere. You guys just say, like, huddled up so you don't get separated. Virian's holding his son and wife for dear life.
Don't blame him.
As you then notice there's something wrong with the roller coaster. It seems to be becoming a living creature.
Shit.
And by living creature, I mean, like, the coaster tracks are all fine, but now they're starting to look like they're made of, like, bone?
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. The car itself, you saw people in it. You then see for the split second before the car itself fully changes, eyes on each of the cars of the train, and mouths around where all the seats are. And then just you hear the now confused screams of the passengers just suddenly silenced as sickening cracks fill the air as the roller coaster train is now a mimic. A very fucking big and very fast mimic.
Great.
Is it wrong to imagine the Silent Hill fog horns going off?
No, but they're going off while this song is playing because it's still going. And it's very, very surreal to be hearing, this like sort of dementedly cheery music as just everything's going wrong. You then start hearing just cacophony of confused screams being slightly supplanted with the snarls and undead moans. And eventually the tide of people that's just like running around in panic starts to all fall in one direction towards the exit, through you guys, or around you guys, because you're all just like staying put. And now that that's over, I need to get a different song. Everything is fucked. If it'll play. Is it playing? Yep, it's playing. And you look, and there's like shambling corpse-like entities and just some twisted abominations that look like they may have at one point been just normal people, sort of shambling towards you. Some of them have, stopped to feast upon people they have killed.
Oh, fun.
And at this point, Arvin pops back into existence next to you guys and just starts tugging. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
I agree.
All right.
Let's go, I guess.
And you see him and just starts leading you guys back towards the entrance where there's still a rather large crowd of people.
I don't think we can go for being lifted in the air.
Arvin, like, well, I had a bit of a contingency in mind. And Virian Virian's son is like, you can hear him like trying to keep his kid from freaking the fuck out because there's just all the bad going on.
Yep.
Yeah.
So much bad.
You'll also actually see the slightly sketchy security dudes, like, trying to actually, do their job and, as best they can. They're just like, get back here, get behind us. And you see a few of them just like draw weapons and they're shooting at the zombies.
So they got gipped too.
Don't forget to aim for the face.
At this point, the carnival is about the base of it, or what you assume to be the base of it, is at least 300 feet up, and still going higher.
Arvin, what the hell is your contingency plan?
Yeah, we might need that contingency like yesterday.
I gotta find the thingy. There's a specific thingy for this. Here it is.
Oh.
You hear the roar of a dragon.
That's quite the contingency.
Yeah, I would think. And you see him look up, and you see a shadow as this big, like, dark purple and black dragon. Heavy wing beaks. Begins to circle the top of the carnival. It looks like it's looking for something, and then you see it look in your direction, and it swoops down, and on its way down, you see it unleash just another roar, and then a jet of, like, black and purple energy blasts out of its mouth into part of the carnival. You hear some, like, the death screams of a few monsters that have just been, fucking vaporized.
Dragons, bitch.
And the people near, or at least the ones who aren't, who are still, living, like, there's people freaking out. There's still some, like, trying to catch up to where the fucking horde is. They still, when they see the dragon coming in for a landing near you guys, they sort of part enough that the dragon can get its feet in. And you hear this loud, booming voice in common. Get close! All of you! You hear, like,
heeding those words.
You'd be stupid not to.
As you guys start to doing that, you hear some voices from behind you, and you look back. Arvin and Virian have, like, stopped, and you can see his wife, like, pulling on him. Just like, come on, you heard it! Let's go! And you look at where Arvin and Virian are both looking. There's a little kid next to one of his parents. There's a large protrusion coming out of their back. They're laying on the ground and not moving. The kid's, like, crying and trying to wake up the parent. And you can see monsters are just starting to barrel towards them.
Shit.
I'm heading for the kid.
You're not the only one.
Oh.
Virian passes his son to his wife and just says, "Look after your mother," and then he just sprints in that direction. Arvin right behind him.
And I'm right with Arvin.
Mm-hmm.
Of all the times to not have a rescue.
Yeah.
Can I throw
Can
an
I-
Eldritch? Sorry, that might be.
Meanwhile, Padma is just edging the mom and son onto closer to the dragon. He's like, hug the dragon, hug the dragon.
Alrighty.
I might be jumping the gun here, but can I Eldritch Blast at whatever monster is closest?
Yeah,
the
roll
kid?
full Eldritch Blast, Mystic Frenzy, whatever the fuck you want to do to try to thin the approaching horde.
Let's see. Just double checking how many beams I have.
3.
Eldritch Blast and a revolver.
Roll 20, please.
Well, the revolver's fucked.
Fortunately, it just jams. And you're like, fuck shit. But, as the monsters weren't exactly paying attention to you, those Eldritch Blasts pick off a few of them. And you also watch Arvin throw both Folkvanger and Frostfang past them. Because two-weapon fighting's cool.
Mm-hmm.
There's also Virian does some manner of spell. Virian, however, doesn't do anything, and he's just still going. And once the two of you reach the kid, you see why. There's another pair past them. Arvin just looks at you, get the kid to safety, and he just keeps going. It looks like it's just a little boy holding a toy sword with his sister, like, clinging to him. And it's like there's a monster bearing down on them.
Yeah. Eldritch, or how close am I to that?
You're within blasting range, but Arvin said get the kid who's next to his dead, it looks like it's his dad.
Oh, and the dad looks like he's irreparably
Dad's
dead.
dead.
Dad's toast. Those are going through his lungs.
Yeah, revive magic ain't gonna fix that shit. Actually, wait, I have that spell now. No, I don't. Yes, I do. I'm
Make
gonna,
up your mind.
Do you need material components for that revivify?
Let me double check the on here. It says they're material components.
You still need material components?
I'm just double checking the feature that says if I can bypass a material component or not.
Because you can't bypass it. You need a diamond worth like at least 500 GP.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything about bypassing it. It just says I can use it once per long rest using a spell slot.
If it doesn't bypass the components, then you can't use revivify.
Damn. Because I don't have diamonds worth 300 gold, according to the spell.
Yeah.
Damn it.
So you just grab the kid and run back to the dragon?
Yeah.
Not much else he can do.
Yeah. See Arvin as he's running towards that other monster with Virian, he just yanks the one dagger that doesn't teleport back to him out of something's dead body and just keeps sprinting, and then he throws them both again. Misses with Folkvanger, but not with Frostfang. Which is now embedded in this big, like, It looks like a monster out of Doom, kind of. There's this big, like, hulking, brutish thing. And it just looks at Arvin instead of the little kids in front of it. And then finally see Virion do something. He just like gestures his head like he just finished a spell, and several huge spires of stone just form a wall between the kid and, you know, the monster. Arvin makes it there first, and grabs one of the kids, and Dimension Door's back. Virion, however, is still over there with the other one, and you see him readying some other spell as, you know, here the stone is cracking because this thing is trying to beat through the pillars. The dragon like looks down at Arvin to say something, and then he's already Dimension Doored back to the other kid.
I was about to say I might have tried something there. But if Arvin's already gone, I'll hold it.
Okay. He grabs the kid and just looks at Virion, come on! And then just picks up the kid and just starts hauling ass back towards the dragon. And Virion's just standing there as you start to see some monsters starting to climb over the pillars.
Oh, son of a whore. There's no time for dramatic sacrifices.
I assume I'm dropping the kid off at this point. I'm turning around and seeing that. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. And I
was going to try to use the sandals and Misty Step and sprint to him.
You can, but you can't, like, grab him and Misty Step more. It only works on yourself.
As long as I can Misty Step up to him and grab him and then haul ass. And I don't know how far away they are, but I've got base movement speed of 40.
40. Double. It would take Misty Step and all your movement to get to Virion. And double moving to get to him.
That'll work.
That puts him roughly 80 feet away.
That puts him
120.
110.
Oh, good. Then
It's like
I'm
at least the
actually
idiot will
going-
have someone there in case he decides to do something heroic and stupid. In front of his kid.
He's still just like holding his spell, and he sees you. Show like, wait, what are you doing?
Do you really want to go like this in front of your kid?
He like actually freezes, and you see the spell fizzle out of his hand.
Pema just grabs him by the arm and starts running back.
Which is good, because the monsters, fortunately rolled shit for getting over those pillars in time. At this point, you see the dragon just fire 2 more blasts in 2 different directions, and then just say, "No time!" And you start to hear the dragon begin to incant something.
I'm gonna start. If monsters are getting danger
she
close
blasted
to
the
our
dragon
little-
blasted the direction of the pillar, so those pillars are kind of wrecked, and so are the monsters that were directly around them.
Oh,
The big boy with Frostfang in his neck isn't,
boy.
but he seems a little dazed because he just had a whole bunch of rock and a fireball hit him in the face.
Pema just hauls Virion as fast as she can.
Well, given how he's not really struggling and just, you know, keeping up, you make it just as the dragon's spell, whatever they were incanting, finishes, and there's just a bright flash of light. And that's where we're on the session for this week.
Oh boy.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Pamela's in my head. Just honestly. Why is it with people making stupid sacrifices for trying to be noble? That's counterproductive.
I will be right back.
Counterproductive, especially.
Alright, and with the end of the session does come the end of the stream. Thank you all so much for watching. Really appreciate it. If you aren't already, be sure to hit that follow button to make sure you have notifications turned on, so that way Twitch can yell at you when I go live. Speaking of when I go live, I will be live tomorrow afternoon, starting at about 3 p.m. Pacific, for next week's Wings of the 12 raid session. And then after that, we shall see. Hopefully everything sounded okay. This is my first time trying to do my dual stream. Unfortunately, my hardware solution didn't quite work out so well, so I'm doing a software solution for now. Yeah, I do also announce when I go live, as well as any channel updates via my Twitter, which is twitter.com/JinxMcNinja, as well as my Discord. Join. So yeah, again, I'll be live tomorrow afternoon, starting at about 3 p.m. for our raid in Final Fantasy XIV. And until then, guys, peace.